Hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Over the Cushion. I'm Ron Thoman, my co-host Kyle Hervey, and welcome to Over the Cushion. You're powered by MCM Contracting, served in Lehigh Valley for 33 years, owned and operated by Mark Daniels. If you're looking for a job, I'd look like he was hiring. So if you're new, semi-skilled, or skilled, definitely look up MCM Contracting if you're looking for a job. If you're hardworking and dedicated. So this show is all about dirt track racing, covering news, current events, and talking to different drivers and other people in the sport every week. So appreciate everybody for being here. Huge thanks to our other sponsors: Bodie Marks Racing, The Shop Automotive Detailing, or theshopdetails.com, Smith Fabrication, Stage 1 Modifieds, DH Graphics, ProTech Roofing, and Nate Freed Racing. Appreciate the support. If you'd like to sponsor the show or be a part of it, definitely reach out via Facebook Messenger or email me at riptheliptv@gmail.com. These are live every Sunday at 8 p.m. on Facebook and hopefully YouTube shortly. I'm having some issues with getting that connected, so right now it's just Facebook. But once I get caught up, I'll have all these other episodes on YouTube as well. So full versions like that, and then Kyle's working on getting them on Spotify as well. So appreciate everyone for hanging in there. Let me get Kyle in here. Hello.
Hello, Ron.
What's
How are
up? How we doing?
Hanging in there.
Hanging in there. You love to see it.
Yep. Another wet weekend.
Exactly, and that sucks. It's always nice the whole week, and then boom.
Yeah.
Rain on Saturday. At least Friday wasn't bad.
No.
Friday was pretty nice.
I would have gone up to Snydersville to watch Billy Pouch III run his first race in the slingshots if I had known that he was racing. That's pretty cool to see.
I was at Big Diamond that night, but if I wasn't there, I would definitely have tried to drive the 30-40 minutes to be there for sure. Get some footage of it. It's a historic event.
Been cool.
Historic event for sure.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome.
Any plans for you this week or nothing? Just waiting for the season to start. I feel like we've been saying this for weeks. We're waiting for the season to start.
I was thinking about maybe going up to Hamlin, but I believe Action Track is 2 weeks away, and I have to get a slingshot ready. So I think I'm just gonna hold out, and in 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold out. I got the micro pretty much ready. I just got to change gears, and we should be good there. And then I am going to work on the slingshot next weekend, I believe. So
Okay. Well, at
we're,
least
we're getting closer.
yeah, one step at a time. Once we get to May, we should have a nice street stretch. Like last year, we had 3 rainouts. I think Bug Day in the first 2 days, and then it was like a 6 or 7 week stretch of no rain. So fingers crossed. Hopefully, this weekend doesn't get rained out again, and we can go on a run and just no rainouts for the rest of the season. Sounds amazing. Or we could just all band together and buy a roof, big metal roof to go over the whole thing.
Throw some tarps down.
Yeah, that'll work.
Everybody out there with backpack blowers.
Exactly. Easy peasy. Racing, I don't think there was too much. There was Utica Rome got rained out, I think. They tried to get it in and they rained out. And Fonda ran on Saturday. And Tim Fuller won. Matt Shepard came from like 12th and got into second and couldn't catch old Timmy Fuller. And he took it down. So that's pretty cool. I think Bridgeport's running tonight, Super Dirt Car Series. Heard the track is it's got some character. Is that the polite way to say it?
Sure. I think New Egypt ran last night, and I think Ryan Godown won.
Big surprise? Nope, I'm not surprised at all.
He's winning everything this year and last year.
Yes, sir. NASCAR today, Kyle Busch won after like 2 or 3, whatever they're called.
Restarts.
Whatever. Absolutely despise these. The super speedways are just so awful anymore. I get it. That's the way you race. You got to block and push and stuff. But like when NASCAR makes the cars not, I feel like they're more road course focused anymore. Because man, at these super speedways, these cars are not stable at all. Yeah. Like there's just it's so wild and risky. I don't know. I just hate super speedway racing. I'm sure it was better back in like Earnhardt Gordon days. You know what I mean? Like 90s, 2000s or whatever. Yeah. But cuz I don't know, watching videos from those things, they seem like they had pretty good races. Now it's just like block, everyone wrecks and then hope you make it through. You just got to get lucky to win those races. No, I don't know. I don't like them personally, so I would prefer to watch like Dover or something.
Yeah. I liked back in the tandem days. That was fun to watch where you get 2 cars hooked up and make a run. Now everything's just packed up. It doesn't even look like they're going that fast anymore.
Oh my gosh, there's actually I can't see the comments until I refresh.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I see Julia says that her uncle won in the street stocks at New Egypt last night. I believe she's talking about Vern. Nice. I raced slingshots with him indoors a bunch of times.
Yep. Sharon Hendershots in the chat. Very cool, very cool. Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh, at Fonda, did you see the clip? Oh, let me see if I can get into flow racing because the clip of the 4 cylinders is so epic.
Did you see the Ford Ranger race at Bristol Dirt?
Oh my gosh, the Cletus one. The first lap, that dude just went to like the bottom of the track, and he thought he could like. I don't know what the dude was thinking, but like even right after the start, he went off of the banking, and he's just driving. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
I don't know if that was like you can just show up and run if you have a truck, because if that's the case, I missed that, and I was gone. That's my kind of BS that I would win. That's God, that guy wrecked so violently.
It was so hard. Oh my gosh, man! We'll have to show the clip here in a little bit. Let's get Jude in here so we can all enjoy these wonderful clips together.
So I think most everybody knows our guest this week. He is he our first non-driver guest? I
Are
think
we
so.
calling him a non-driver?
Not well.
I guess has he driven a race car or just a SNS car?
I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out, but he's a crowd favorite.
Yeah, definitely a crowd favorite, well known. We got this week we have Jude, who's the head flagger at Hamlin Speedway and the promoter of the SNS Speedway's All Elite Racing Series. Jude, you got me?
10-4, we got you, buddy. How we doing?
What's
Doing
up?
good. How are you doing, buddy?
Doing amazing, man. We're coming to you live from SNS Speedways. I ain't even leave work yet.
You're still at SNS?
Yeah, Randy said he wanted to come here and heckle me while I was doing this, and he's still in the back playing with motors, I believe.
Oh, very
man.
fun, very fun.
I can't
then
wait.
you should have a webcam. Are you at the front desk?
I am. We do not have a webcam.
Yeah.
I did search a little earlier.
What do you
today.
mean you don't have a webcam? How do you take pictures for the licenses?
We actually don't do that anymore.
Really?
Very sad. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe you don't have a webcam. I can't believe Kyle doesn't have a freaking webcam already. We're 29 episodes in. 29 weeks. Actually,
I told you I'm too ADHD. I would just
count
roll
it.
out
We'll
of
count
frame.
it 30 weeks because we didn't do Christmas. 30 weeks without a webcam, bro.
Yeah, maybe once we hit 52, we'll give it a whole year and see.
To be fair, I don't have a webcam either.
You're just using a DSLR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a capture card that I use, so it's actually a little
Gotcha.
portable. It's called a Cam Link. So it's like a USB little stick, and you plug a HDMI to a mini HDMI that goes into the camera.
I actually just reached down into a box next to me and I pulled out a webcam.
Yes.
I have like the world's shittiest webcam. I'll see about maybe hooking that up. It's a Microsoft webcam. I'm gonna say it's like 1.3 megapixels. It's probably from the year 2007.
Sounds about Kyle.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be zoned out staring at a wall though if I put this webcam on. I'll like go into outer space while I'm listening to people talk.
Very okay.
Got a bunch of comments.
So-
Nate Freed said best flagger ever. I'd be inclined to agree.
Yeah, why not? He's still a rookie flagger.
Oh, big time.
Rookie flagger. But hey, you get to practice at Hamlin and at SNS, right?
Oh, absolutely. Every Sunday.
Now, do you flag the All Elite Racing Series, or do you just promote it? Like,
I
what
do
do you
both.
do? What do you do? Like, okay, back up. What is the All Elite Racing Series? How can people get involved? And I guess, yeah. What are those? Give me your answers.
I mean, it all just kind of started that a group of us wanted to run on Saturday nights, and Randy has a couple of his parties like once a month, and I went to Randy and asked if I could do one myself, and he said not a problem at all, and just give me your money. I'm like,
Yeah,
all right,
if you're bringing in
enough for
money,
me.
Randy's the most agreeable person ever. I bet.
That's the truth. I mean, when we used to be open Thursday nights, a couple of the guys used to come up. We used to have some Thursday night thunders, and since nobody came here, I just kind of organized a thing, pull out the chips, and we'd go racing for 5 hours while Randy was at it.
Well, that's perfect, man. So, like,
Yeah, so
what exactly? What is it? Is it like a running series with points, or is it just like a every other week type thing where, like, you know, you have like a little plaque or a trophy or something?
No, it's just kind of a once a month deal. We started in, I want to say, October of last year, and we said once we get to January, if we can all agree that we want to do points, we'll run for points and a couple extra bucks at the end of the year. We'll do a points fund. And I don't know, I kind of saw a couple people arguing. I'm like, you know what? Let's just run every once a month on a Sunday and just get it over with.
I think the points thing would work good if it's only once a month for a couple
Yeah,
hours.
but then I got to hear the BS until that once a month happens again.
Who is it? Who's crying?
Oh,
is
you
it?
name it.
Is
Michael Nolf.
it Joey or I was gonna say, is it Joey or Nolf?
Yes.
I can't make it every Sunday.
I'm
I
going
can't
home.
make it every Sunday. This is not fair.
That's pretty much what it came down to. The poker series at Bridgeport's on Sunday. I can't make it. Oh, that sucks.
Hey man, you gotta. I mean, you come to SNS, you can win some money. Go to the poker series, you're gonna waste a lot of money.
That's what I keep telling
You
them.
know,
Nobody
like,
listens
come
to me.
on. It's serious. It's serious business. But yeah, I mean, I would like to see points. If you guys could do like a quarterly points thing, so like every 3 months. Well, that's kind of hard if it's only once a month. I'm trying to think. Maybe like 4 races per season or something like that. You know what I mean? Like your spring series is 4 races. Something like that. I could get behind that. We could try to work out something to get some money together.
We'll have to run that by the boys and see what they say.
The boys, yeah, and then hopefully get more people. I would love to see like 20 people show up, and then you have to send a couple home.
I already do because I really don't like it.
You just send them home.
Yeah, I got to send a couple people home every once.
I do like that you're doing these kind of interviews where you're just asking them questions, or like having them like say who they are and what they're doing, and then they can like, talk some shit or something. That's great.
Honestly, I got that from the World of Outlaws 02 game when you have the little player card type deal. I thought, that's pretty cool to have.
Gosh, that's great. I wish more drivers would talk shit to each other. That's like that just builds suspense and it like makes it more fun. Like obviously some people might take it not very well, but like if you like realize like it's just trolling and it's funny, maybe. I don't know. I think it's always nice to have like the villain, right? Like I'm watching the NBA playoffs and it's like there's always like one person that's like maybe not the best, but he's like the best instigator.
Careful what you ask for, Ron. I'll come on here once I start racing and talk shit on people all week.
Do it.
All right.
That'd be fun. My DMs will be going nuts. Who do you think you are?
Hey, as long as the view counts through the roof, we're doing something.
Exactly.
Right.
See, maybe we start being a little controversial on this show, and we can get some more people.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
That'll be great. So, Jude, I got a clip here. Can you see the stream, or are you watching it on like a phone or something? Or I could probably share my screen with you.
That would be dope because I have no idea how to Discord at all.
So let's see. I'm just gonna share this so you can see this on your screen. Hopefully, see how it says I'm live.
Click the watch stream button.
You're watching.
Okay. You see it.
So this was at Fonda Saturday. This is a 4-cylinder race. They have like 2 type of 4 cylinders going at it. I think it's like a dual cam and a single cam or something. But regardless, like I watched this and I was like super hyped. Now I don't have any of the sound on, I don't think, but it is what it is. Yeah, I think I have it muted, but whatever. Let's I'll go ahead and turn the sound on.
Gets into the wall now.
There we go.
Back to his inside.
Okay, so we missed the context. Let's back it up. Okay, so we got the 5-car
and single cams out there, so we'll have a winner in each. But each one of these drivers, regardless of dual or single cam, wants to be the first one.
So this dude's just like, I'm just dive bombing it, bro. Boom!
There you go. That's a good SNS move.
That's. I heard that's how Michael Knopf lost the race. So this dude, he's messed up. He's like, I gotta pull off. So wait till you see the 5-car again. Look at the left rear on the 5-car. Once they show him again. I was cracking up. Is he still leading? They're just looking at these like other look at the left rear. It's literally hanging on by like a lug nut.
You don't need it, but he got ice.
Dude, he's front wheel drive. What do you mean? He's doing great. I can't believe it's staying on. Do you think it's just the whole when the guy hit him, it just snapped the axle, but it's still rolling? Like it's just free rolling. But look, it's holding the car up. This is unbelievable.
That's so funny.
Boy, what drama, what a race we've
and look at the other guys are catching up because he's moving so slow.
4 cylinders.
Is it 1 to go? Yeah, white lap. White flag.
Wheel nearly falling off, trying to manhandle this thing to the finish.
He's doing great. He must think he has a flat tire or something, right? Like, what do you think that feels like? It must maybe out of control. Yo,
Boy, Ely's getting it
Dude,
from
he's-
all the Hollenbecks. He slides up into Napoli. 3 wide.
No!
And it's going to be Kerry Hollenbeck, your
Best
winner.
best 4-cylinder race I've ever seen in my
Kerry Hollenbeck,
life.
John Napoli, Brandon Ely,
I'd say
David
I was actually
Frey.
pretty
Really,
entertained.
That
I was
crazy.
thoroughly
And out of the
entertained.
corner, I believe it's going to be the 54 of Wayne
That was,
Russell Jr. getting
that
the
was
single
great.
cam win.
They can't be that much to put together, right?
No, I don't think so.
I heard
I don't know
people
if Jen Christner
spend a good
switched
bit on
listening.
the engine though. They'll get one of
Remember,
those
there
like
were a time for
Dodge
the
Neon
four
motors, the
cylinders to
dual
be
cam ones,
Comp Cam's top
and there's
5 on
like
Flow Racing.
engine guys that'll like
That was it. We
get
had,
it all fucking race ready.
We had a driver wheel it for 4 laps with.
I wonder if they'd be fun to
essentially
drive, 'cause I don't
out
know.
of rear
And
tire.
I wonder if he even
And
realizes
I'm
what
sure
the
he-
problem. I mean, he
I'd
realizes
look
there's
at
a
it and
problem,
don't think
but
so.
does he know
but
what
that's
it
just
is?
personal
So-
preference.
so
Why is
the-
there a modified getting towed off?
Yeah,
Then
that is
J.R.
an
Herbert or
incredible
something, he
feature.
just
That might be the
smashed
best
up.
4-cylinder
Oh
feature.
god.
That
That's
was
funny.
fantastic.
I think that's the class my friend used to run up there and won the championship probably 2 years ago at Fonda.
That's amazing. Man, I would love. Wouldn't that be so fun to drive? I mean, I feel like it'd be fun until like you drove it like 2 races, and you'd be like, I'm pretty bored with this.
See,
Maybe
my thing is like on the dirt, I don't enjoy the front wheel drive cars on dirt. It's just not as fun. I like the rear wheel drive. I mean,
Have you
can
driven a
kinda-
front wheel drive car?
I mean,
You can't say that you prefer one or the other if you've never driven the other.
what's statute of limitation? No, I mean between doing it in video games and doing maybe some what's the word, spirited driving in my Honda back in the day, let's just say.
Let's go.
You can kind of just keep your foot planted with a front wheel drive car on dirt like that, and it kind of just swings the rear a little bit, and it's very stable feeling. Whereas
Okay.
the rear wheel drive car, you kind of steer it a little bit more with the throttle. I mean, same deal with on pavement. If you go to something like Mahoning, the front wheel drive cars, you just keep your foot in it, and the rear steps out a little bit, and you kind of just control it like that. Just a different sort of feel. So just preference, I guess. I prefer to steer the car with the throttle. I think it's more fun, a little bit trickier.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe, but like,
Imagine
Okay,
a
go
front wheel
ahead.
drive car going around S&S. You just keep your foot in it, and it would be stuck. What do you think, Jude?
SNS. Like,
I don't
the
know. We had
electric?
a champ card out here once, and it didn't go too well.
Oh, you had a.
I think I
Good
saw somebody
chip.
showed me a video of that. Who?
I feel like you could fit maybe not. Maybe I'm trying to think. Like maybe a 4-cylinder class would be really fun at Hamlin.
I thought you were gonna say S&S for a second. I was like,
No,
bro,
I
what are you
barely-
smoking?
No, I'm at Hamlin. The turns are really wide,
Yeah,
but I feel like having that size of car, maybe like that's like
if
against the rules of like that
Yeah.
area. Maybe,
if they're gonna put modifieds on Kutztown,
man, that's gonna be a mess that I want to be a part of, like so bad. I want to be down there in the thick of it. I want to be asking guys that got destroyed how their day's going, like just
Yeah.
the typical like.
that's gonna be that's
Like
gonna be
I don't want
something to
to like be mean, but I just want to be like, so be like thoughts on what happened to you as the dude gets plowed through like the Jersey barrier or something.
say. Yeah.
Gosh,
Anyway,
because they don't get any like super heated interviews or like stuff like that. I feel like with NASCAR, they like these people from these networks. They're like, all right, you got to go talk to this guy who's having the worst day of, his
Yeah.
month, and he's really mad. So you got
I think
to
we
talk
should
to him.
send. I think while Jude's flagging, we should give him a mic, and every time somebody wrecks out at Hamlin, we should send him down there to do an interview as they get towed off the track.
What do you think of that one, Randy? Think we can make that happen?
Honestly, we
make
should
it.
just live Mike Jude. like with the like how in the football games they'll put like mics in their helmets, or like in the baseball or basketball games. Like let's just hook up Jude to a live mic and we'll just get clips of him throughout the night.
I honestly don't really talk much up there. Randy said no.
Okay. That would be fun, but
We'll hook Jude right into the PA. Let him do the call as he's trying to flag.
That'll work. That'll work.
Yeah.
Board with that.
You know what we should really do is we should connect one of those what are they called?
Dog zapper.
No dog zapper.
The big microphones. You know those microphones the cops use or whatever, like during like a
Oh,
standoff.
yeah.
Bullhorn.
Yeah, basically, like with one with the little CB radio type thing. We'll just mount it on the handlebars of his quad, and then he can go yell at the juniors to get in line.
That's funny.
I'll make it work.
Yeah. Oh,
So Jude,
Absolutely.
how did you get involved with racing? Is it other people in your family race? Have you ever driven anything? What's the story?
Yeah, so my dad used to run flat carts and Borgers mainly. I mean, he traveled a little bit to Greenwood and shell hammers maybe once or twice. He actually got to run on Flemington, went on pavement for a big tour race. And that's kind of how I got into it. My great-grandfather probably could still race if he wanted to. He's still got a 600 laying up in his garage just sitting there collecting dust. But yeah, both sides of the family were racing at one point. I only ever ran a flat cart once at Borgers for a couple practice laps, but best time of my life.
Is that on dirt?
It absolutely was. That's the only way Borgers should have stayed was dirt.
And everybody on the podcast knows that I'm partial to the pavement there. I had a great time on dirt, but I really love the pavement there.
Yeah, big pavement princess you are.
I know, right?
But since you've been, like you said, you were in racing for a while. You've never driven like a bigger car, but you've been, involved with racing as far as like crew chiefing and stuff. Can you expand on that a little bit? Because I don't think a lot of people know how involved you are and how much knowledge you have in racing in general.
The knowledge comes and goes. But
Same.
yeah, my dad's buddy ran ARDC midgets, so I was on the junior crew for all of my life. Randy's son Ryan actually ran his midget for a couple seasons. Kurt Michael ran the midget, Billy Pouch Jr. So we've been involved with midgets forever. Then Austin started racing himself from karts all the way up to a 410. I've been with him through about every step, and a couple guys throughout the rest of my career. Nolfi getting into racing. I grew up next to Nolfi, so that was a win-win situation there. That was an easy way of getting back into it because I kind of stopped there for a minute once Borgers shut down, but I'd still go and watch racing.
Man, everyone had a big connection with Borgers. I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah.
I live over here by Hamlin, so I don't know. Maybe it wasn't my neck of the woods. I was growing up. It was Makatech, and
Borgers was a big thing in a lot of people's lives with 600s and 270s. They were around for a long time, and man, it used to be one of the places to be, even in the slingshot or whatnot. You get a ton of cars there, and it was very, very competitive. It was a very cool place to be.
That's where Bill Pouch Jr. started racing, was at Borgers in a slingshot.
Yeah.
True. And we talked to him. Man, feels like a long time ago at this point, but yeah, we did talk to him about that, and that was pretty cool. But you said you crew chiefed on some of the midget stuff. Is there any car like a dream scenario where you'd be able to not necessarily crew chief, but be like an integral part of like a specific team in dirt racing?
Well, I mean, who wouldn't want to go travel the world with Keith Coons or Brad Sweet and any of those guys? But my buddy's kind of like traveling around with Brady Bacon right now. He's living the dream right now. He just went to Williams Grove Friday with him, actually.
Nice. Like if he called you up and was like, "Hey, we need you to come out for a few months," like, is that something you'd drop everything and do, or are you pretty tied into what you're doing right now with SNS and helping Randy out?
Randy and Denise been very nice, so it'd be a tough one, but it definitely would be a conversation we would have that evening.
Understand.
Sure.
Yeah, because I mean, man, that's got to be because they like World of Outlaws. They run, gosh, how many weeks out of the year for just their schedule's crazy. Those guys run tons of races, don't they? I mean, they only get 2 months off or something.
At least 70 races, if not more.
Whew.
I think it's closer to 90.
man, that's a lot. Like that's a lot.
Yeah, I was
It's-
just listening to an interview with Brad Sweet, and I think he said it was 90 something.
Man, that's nutty. That's a lot. And it's not like you're just like racing, around here for 3-4 nights a week. You're like traveling a lot. I wonder if they fly out or they just drive with the toter. Depending on the sponsor, like
every team is different. So I mean, like I was just saying, I was listening to another podcast that Brad Sweet was on, and he flies out to a lot of the races, and I think he pays for all the airfare, and Casey Kane Racing pays for the hotel.
oh really?
Yeah. So or vice versa.
He's got a big sponsor though. He's got the Napa sponsor. Man.
Yeah. So he actually doesn't see any of the money from that Napa sponsor, and he does not get paid by Casey Kane Racing. He gets paid. He just gets a percentage of winnings.
Just
but
a percentage.
Yeah. But I mean, also when you win, 100,000 or 150,000 to win race, the percentage is probably 50-50. He's taking home 75 grand in one night. So you can make it work.
Ain't bad, and he's winning a lot.
Who was it that he was saying? There's another driver that flies to all the races, but he flies his own plane or like a jet or something.
I was gonna say Sheldon Hansfield, but I don't think he's a pilot.
I'm trying to think who it was. I was gonna say like Donnie Schatz, but I don't know if it is or not.
I don't know.
Well, I know Scott's left Lucia that one night to go do his pilot testing, so it might be him.
It might be that Brad was saying that he flies with. I do know some of the drivers will fly private planes around and whatnot, but I think some of the smaller time teams, the drivers are probably driving the hauler and everything, or if they got their own bus or something like that, they're driving that out there. But that's crazy. That's a lot of miles. I can't imagine what that's like to go just year round like that.
That's gotta be exhausting, like extremely exhausting, but rewarding nonetheless. I'm trying to find like a video of SNS, so like anyone watching, I'm sure everyone that's watching currently knows SNS or knows of SNS, but I like to get some perspective here. I know Dougie Smith was he would do some videos of like GoPro and stuff on there, so I'm gonna go find some of his stuff. But
so Jude, how'd you end up working over at SNS?
Yeah, good question.
I came back from college. I went to the NASCAR technical school in North Carolina. It didn't really work out, and came up here looking for a job. That was pretty much it. Very easy. Randy needed help at the time, so said, "Yep, when can you start?" He said, "I'll start now." He said, "Get your ass out there."
Now, do you live close to SNS?
About 20 minutes south. Not too bad of a drive.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were just like you like literally lived in that area and you were just like, you know what, I'm gonna go to this cool little place and see what's up.
No, I mean, I've been coming up here since I was a kid racing anyway. Ryan taught me how to get around here pretty good.
Oh, so you've been connected with the Smith family for a while then?
Oh, yeah. I was about 6 when Ryan ran Sean's Midget, so I've known Ryan forever and Randy.
Oh, that's awesome. That's super cool. I'm trying to think of...
And then that relationship ended up transitioning into you flagging at Hamlin as well.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Can you tell us that story?
So I think Randy kind of wanted to get my feet wet in flagging racing. He has a little race that he does up here once a month with Kyle Wick's brother and his dad. They come up and race, and they take it somewhat legit. They don't run for points or nothing, but, bragging rights for the month. And kind of got my feet wet doing that, and then come the end of the season for that, around February, as she goes, "Well, you got 2 options. You can either flag or announce." And I'm like, I think because he hears me screaming out here, announcing, I'm pretending to be Johnny Gibson in pit road, but...
I love it.
I decided to take the flagging role, and, I've loved it ever since.
I think you could do both from the stand.
You probably could. I mean, you could if you can figure out like the like some noise canceling for the microphone maybe, because like as the cars are going by, it's super loud. Like even with the window open in the tower,
So you
Yeah, actually, my headset died on me on bug day, and I took it off just because, well, there's no sense talking to anybody because nobody could hear me. And being on that flag stand, I'm like, these are kind of loud without the headphones on.
Just a little,
Yeah.
just a tiny bit, just a teeny tiny bit. That's why, like, I'll feed the microphone into the in through the window, basically. The microphone I do the interviews with or whatever, but it's kind of what we do. But I got this. Now this is Doug Smith's video from, gosh, when did he even make this one? Where does it say? 3 years ago. I guess he strapped a GoPro on this sucker and went for it. So can you, while we watch this real quick, he's just running around. Can you explain what an SNS go-kart is and what they got going on, basically, just for anyone who doesn't know?
Yeah, they're almost kind of like just a micro stock. Randy actually went into full detail with me one time about it, and I was kind of like in a different time zone the way he was explaining everything. Like, I wish I could have just sat there and like wrote everything down because I was thinking about getting a cart for my yard and messing around with it. He goes, "It'll never work." I'm like, "Why?" And he absolutely told me every
He's
single
like,
reason
"You better think about it because it ain't gonna work." If he says it ain't gonna work, well, damn, it ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work. So they're just a 9-horse Honda with a wet clutch. They got slingshot tires on them, tie rods. Just about everything that's used on a slingshot's gonna end up on an SNS car.
Oh, some like older used parts or whatever. Now, do you do like the mechanic work on them at all?
Randy had me do some. I was doing the oil changes for a little bit and stuff, and just the basic maintenance. And Randy's the type of guy, not to knock him, he's been doing it forever. If it's not his way, it's the wrong way. And he could see me getting a little frustrated. He goes, "You know what? You just stay out on the track. We'll find somebody to do this."
Oh.
And plus, me not knowing how to weld that looks like bubble gum, he's like, "Yeah, all right, you know what? You just stay out here. We got this."
Just take your time.
Oh,
You're
man.
good. Yeah, because I'm trying to think, like, so you do the racing series with these cars, which is super cool. But like, how equal are these cars? Like, is someone always trying to get like a specific car because they know it goes a little bit faster, or does Randy really keep it pretty even?
So I can tell you this from when I first started here. When I first started here, there was definitely like 3 or 4 cars that were going to blow everybody out of the water, no matter who you put in them.
Yeah.
But like I'd say about a year ago, other than like maybe 1 or 2 cars, these are the closest these cars have been since I've worked here. It's just all a matter of looseness, tightness, where you gotta run them. Like, there is a car or two that can definitely rip the top and you can get away with it.
Sure.
There's some like you absolutely need to stay on the bottom. But yeah, they're all pretty equal. Just all preference, honestly.
Gotcha. Now, when you have people come every month, are they asking for specific cars every time? Like does Nulf always pick the same car, or whoever else races?
I'm sure Michael would love to do that, but we got pills with all the car numbers, so it's all random draw.
Good. That's best way to do it, in my opinion. I haven't driven these things, man. Before I even started going to Hamlin or whatever, it was, gosh, I don't even know how long ago it was. Me and my 2 friends decided to come down, and it was just us 3 on the track. So it was fun, but it was boring because like they were really slow. So like I was like lapping them. So I'd love to get him in it again, and just like have fun with other people that like know how to race and see if I can keep up at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't
You
know.
can
That'd be
down
super
whenever the heck you want, and I will throw a slider on you. That's no problem at all.
fun. It just looks like super fun when you have like 6 to 8 cars out there. It's got to be super fun.
It
It is.
is.
You don't really want more than 8 out there, else it gets a little hectic. But there has been times we've cleared the pits with everybody out there knowing what they're doing.
Really?
Yeah,
How
it's,
many-
it gets hectic, but
A little bit. Now, do
keep your
you?
nose,
Now
no
the way that.
problems at all.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Liberty Mutual.
Yeah, we got to pay the bills. We got to pay the bills around here, boys.
Sponsored.
So, okay, so this one's a rolling start. Do they usually do rolling starts at SNS, or is it more stop on the back straight and then go?
Normal hours, yeah, stop on the backstretch and flick the green light and give her hell. But when we get the race series going, we do double file, single file, and all that other fun stuff. I have a nice little cone setup coming off the floor.
Gotcha. So what goes into promoting this series for you specifically? I know you're doing a little bit more than you have previously with like the personalized videos and a little bit more trying to reach more people, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to get more people to come and race. If I get more than 11 people, I usually pay the top 3. So I'm just trying to get to the point to where we can pay the whole feature running field. I mean, that's the goal, in my opinion.
Yeah, and for anyone that hasn't seen SNS, this is outside of a car. It's a pretty nice little setup here. I guess it's shaped like Pocono, right?
Yeah, that's the idea of it. Absolutely.
I was
Wow,
out
nice
to
little
dinner
setup.
with one of our former guests. Ooh, a little banging action going on.
You gotta love it.
I was out to dinner the other night with one of our former guests, Kyle Taraska, and he was telling me about one night he was up there and he got to race with Kevin Harvick and Tony Stewart. And the SNS cars can be a little violent, having the metal bumpers all the way around them. And I guess he was running the top and went down into turns 1 and 2, and all of a sudden somebody threw a dirty slider on him and slammed him up against the fence, and he was pissed and he whipped his head around and realized it was Tony that just ran into him. He said he never felt more honored in his life.
Thanks, Tony. Now this video is a little far back because if you notice, if it zooms out a little bit, you'll see Austin Silfie's number 10 slingshot over there in the corner. Haven't seen that one in a long time. That's a couple years old at this point. More than a couple, I think. That was, 4 or 5 years ago. But yeah, this place is super cool. Good.
Jude, you also have guys that pay to sponsor some of the carts, correct?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Randy's deal is with that.
Okay.
I mean, we do have a paper out here in the lobby that says you can sponsor this car or whatever, but I don't think too many people come and take a look at that. I would love to see some new cars out here on the track.
Yeah, I wonder what it costs.
I wonder what that entails.
Maybe me and Ron go halvesies, Hervé Motorsports and Rip the Lip car or something out there.
Oh, that would be so
Like
sick.
half rip lip, half zebra car, because that
it would be a zebra car versus a Rip the Lip full wrap.
You know, it would make me really happy because if I did, I wouldn't do one of the slingshots I have now or the micro. I would go back to the original Zeebs car where it was just straight black and white dazzle camo. And I know for a fact every time Randy had to work on that car or look at it, it would probably drive him a little bit closer to the brink of insanity. And,
just like you're like hallucinating as you work on it.
Every time he'd go to work on that car, I would just I'd be asleep and I'd wake up and I'd just know like he's trying to work on it and it's driving him crazy. It would be very much worth
good. Oh, I don't have the chat pull up anymore. No. Is there anyone else in the chat? I can't see it. Kyle, go.
Hendershot said you can come for Griffin's birthday party, Ron.
Whoa, when's that? That'd be super cool.
His birthday's not in November. It's a little far out, but hey, make the plan.
Dang it. Someone hook it up. Somebody hook it up. Man, the one thing I really want to do, and this is why I asked you, Jude, the other day about when the next race is. But first of all, tell us when the next one is, and then I'll get into that.
So next race is going to be next Sunday on the 30th, 10 a.m. start.
How long? What kind of time invested are we looking at as far as start to finish? Like if we get there for like 9:30, 10 o'clock, what time are we leaving?
Around noon. We gotta shut her down because we gotta open at noon, but they usually stay here and mingle and BS with each other about what just happened and how somebody took somebody out and gave them a dirty bump. You know.
So it's a pretty short endeavor. Like it's not like an all day endeavor. I guess like sometimes it's like people have really tight schedules like me where I got kiddos and stuff, so it's like I can't be at SNS for like 6 hours. Doing like practice and more like heats and a feature and stuff like that. So that's actually pretty great.
Afterwards, you'll be in and out, no problem.
That's what I'm talking about. Now this is getting a little more exciting. The real question is, I'm gonna see if I can fly the drone around there. I could they go slow enough. I bet you I keep up with them, and it looks like FPV drone.
Yeah.
Just gotta really try not to run into anything. Is there anything? I feel like there's not anything to run into, right?
Some I-beams.
In there.
Did you
No,
have
I mean
the
like
flag stand?
as far as like the track, there's no wires hanging. There's just like some banners and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's not a super tall roof in there.
No, but I could
There
stay pretty
are
low.
some
Oh, there's
pretty
like a little
low
banner that
banners.
goes across or something. I think that would be super cool.
Yeah.
I would try it. I would definitely risk it for the biscuit, if you know what I'm saying. That would be fun. I mean, it'd be a really cool shot if it worked. You know what I mean? Oh, what else we got? Oh, Natasha Hen, very nice. Yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, that'd be super fun.
So Jude, if there was any type of car that you could hop in and get to drive, what type of race car would it be?
Ooh,
That's an awesome question. So if you would have asked me probably 15 years ago, still looking at a Borger Speedway, the dream was always to be in a 270 beat Pat Beeler for a championship because that's the only thing. But nowadays, I'd say either probably 600 or a midget. Definitely leaning more towards the midget.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love midgets. That's got to be top tier.
So that's like your favorite class.
That's
Like modifieds
what
are
Billy
mine.
Pouch told us too.
Like modifieds are mine, but like I would never get in a modified, a small block or a big block. I'd be too scared. There's just no way. I mean, if I had the chance, I'd probably say yes, but I'd be scared shitless. Like when I watched the big blocks at Bloomsburg, when you're in the pits at Bloomsburg, when you go to like sit on their little stands they have set up, like you could stand. Like all they have is a Jersey berry going around the whole thing, and you can stand at the back straight wall, and there's like a Jersey berry, a fence right pushed up against it, and then you. Like if you put your fingers through the fence, you might touch a car. That's how close it is, and like just seeing them come off of two with those big blocks is just, like terrifying, like absolute insanity. Like taking a video of it does not even do it justice. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But I guess like I don't know, midgets seem like super fun and everyone really seems to like them and they put on a damn good show.
Yeah, Pouchy told us, that was the most fun car that he had ever gotten to drive, and he loves the midgets a ton. So
I feel like those are like a driver's car, man. You just can wheel the hell out of them and be super aggressive, and I don't know, seems like it'd be sweet.
Jude, back when you were around the midgets more, when you were younger, they were a lot more popular in this area, weren't they?
Absolutely. Air DC was very well known top tier series back in my youth.
Yeah, I never was around. I've been racing for a while. I just wasn't watching a lot of dirt racing, especially when I was younger. Never was a terribly good racing fan till I got older. So I didn't really even know they had midgets around in this area.
Jude, so what's next, man? What's the plan? Are we just hoping for Hamlin to start up, or what's next for you, Jude? Are we just sticking to the day to day at this point?
Yeah, we got to go deliver beer tomorrow, and waiting for some racing on a Saturday. That'd be nice.
So are you full time at SNS, or do you have another job?
I was a couple of years ago. Then I ventured over to delivering some beer. That's the full time nowadays. But
is it like your own business? Like you're just like Jude's beer delivery?
I wish.
Yes, sir.
I think. No, I deliver for Stockertown Beverage. Their warehouse is out of Bethlehem, and go pretty much down to Philly about every day and drop off all the wonderful IPA beer that I don't like to drink.
Oh, so they have you. Oh, so they're brewing this IPA, and you're transporting it to Philly.
Oh, they don't. They just got some Founders and Breckenridge, a couple other PA beers that I don't know, for some reason they like to drink them. I can't stand a single one of them, but I
could never get in the IPAs either, man. I just like nice lager.
Hi, Chad. I have my favorite I get in the lobby with me.
Who is there?
Chad Weaver, big micro stock guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
My fans had to
you got fans on the internet, fans in person. I mean, you're just like a walking celebrity at this point.
We had a couple sentence guest appearance from Randy.
Yeah.
True.
Honored.
Very, because I don't think we'd ever be able to get him on the show.
Yeah, those couple sentences might have been bigger than when we had Pouch on.
You might be right.
That's big time. We had to pay big bucks for that.
That might be the only words that most people hear him say. You never know.
That's funny.
Gosh, man. But yeah, I mean, this racing series is great. I hope we can get some more, more exposure for it, more exposure for SNS. Get more people down there. Like, it's a nice little establishment. I mean, track looks great. Cars look fun. Like people see it and they're like, oh, they kind of go pretty slow. Like, it looks all right. But like, once you can like get them into the car and just take a few laps, I feel like they just get hooked. Like, even if they're like kind of on the fence about it, if you could just get them in the car and take a few laps, what do you think, Jude?
I mean, they definitely feel a lot faster when you're in them. I know looking out here and on the flag saying they're kind of pussyfooting it. I can guarantee you, once you get in there, it feels like you're going about 100 miles an hour down this backstretch.
That's how I felt when I got in the 600. I was like, I could probably drive one of those. And then I put it to the floor and I was like, God damn, this thing goes.
I think one of my favorite things at SNS is when you're going through turn 3, I guess, when you slide that car up off the bottom and you're spinning tires and it hits that little patch at top that's gripped up and it just hooks up and it launches you down that straightaway. That's it's fun. It's very,
I remember that from
it's very rhythmic and relaxing. You just kind of get into a rhythm and you can just slide around there. Like, I feel like just after a tough day or something, just go unwind and just turn laps there for hours would be so relaxing.
Yeah, Randy's called me out here on a Hamlin night before I started working up there. I was out here for 4 hours by myself in the dark.
Oh my God. Oh, that's like the Halloween special, dude. The AES Halloween extravaganza in the dark, and you just put like neon lights around like the inner wall and the outer wall.
I'm sure insurance would love that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, we'll put like little headlamps on them or something.
After hours at Lehigh Valley Grand Prix.
It'll be spooky.
This was not my idea, in case any of my previous bosses are listening. We would turn on the yellow lights and turn the lights off on the track and have some races in the dark. It only happened a couple times. It was not my idea, but it was interesting. And there was at one point where they were rigging up black lights and black light paint at Grand Prix.
Yes.
And it looked pretty cool where we painted the walls and stuff and they would glow in the dark, but insurance shut that down for them.
Oh, I'm sure.
That was going to be pretty cool to do.
Fun as heck, dude.
Paint up all the bumpers and walls and everything with different colors and then go black light racing. It was very cool.
Gosh, that sounds so much fun. Like, super dangerous, but I mean, I'd do it. I'd do it. Dude, do you know if there's any reason why it's shaped like Pocono Raceway and why it's not just an oval?
Honestly, that's more of a Randy question than me. I couldn't, honest to God, tell you. I know I hear the war stories from the original place that it was like a roller rink and somehow smaller than what we have now.
Oh my God.
And, yeah, I don't know how they managed to go.
I feel like roller rinks are huge, though. Have you been to a roller skating rink? They're gigantic.
It was like, Randy said it was like running around in 2 aisles of a grocery store. It was small and tight.
Jesus.
It's like Haley Deegan's little asphalt track. Like a paperclip.
Yeah, probably.
Like a paperclip. Just like not as long as straightaways. Like, imagine like the SNS floor on a track like that in your backyard with like maybe like ice hockey boards up, or you know what I mean, ice hockey walls, and then you put the same material on the bumpers all the way around. So if you hit the wall, you're just gliding.
I mean, that sounds badass to me. I think we should.
Yeah.
You know, we could probably do something, maybe something with like ice rink racing, like how the sprint cars will put those studded tires on and they'll go race. Put studded tires on the SNS cars and we'll go race on a lake. That'd be great until the ice breaks and then we sink.
They do the same thing with go-karts too, and they'll arena race with go-karts with studded tires, which is pretty badass.
That'd be so cool.
That's I didn't know that until my friend did it a few weeks ago, and I was
Really?
like, damn, I wish I knew. I would have asked you to rent a car.
Right?
That would've
Dang,
been
that'd be
sick.
so cool.
That's now a bucket list for me.
Dude, do you race in the series, or you're just promoter flagger?
Well, I ran once or twice, and my boss said standing in front of me, I spun out, and he looked at me. He goes, "Well, you better get going. I'm not throwing the red." And, we still ended up winning the race. I might come out of retirement here eventually, but I'll stick to flagging for now.
Gotcha.
No,
Well,
Brandon
good.
told me to come out of retirement. He's not flagging anymore.
Well, at least you get to have some fun and get behind the wheel every once in a while.
Yeah, I enjoy it here. Once in a while, me and my dad go out, and my nephew, and we rip around the track once in a while, and we always have a good time.
Yeah, it's a nice family environment, family endeavor. It definitely seems like fun. I definitely got to get up there because I know some people have parties, or some people will be like, "Hey, we're going up to SNS," and I'm like, I can't really make it because I got 3 kids. So I got 3 kids under 5, or 5 and under, so kind of restricted to my house for the most part.
Yeah, it'll keep you busy, that's for sure.
A little bit, but yeah, it looks like we're winding down here. That hour went by crazy fast.
Yep.
I appreciate you being here, Jude, and just talking about your experiences with racing and talking about SNS and your All Elite Racing Series. Happens once a month, so appreciate you for that. At this point, we kind of just give you the floor if you want to talk about social media platforms, if you want to talk about sponsors for your series, or anything you want to talk about. The floor is yours, so go for it.
Awesome. So I'm going to be running XL Mod at Grandview here, so that'll be exciting if you want to come out and see that.
Whoa, really? Where was
Yeah,
that
so,
the whole time? What do you mean? We're talking about racing this for an hour, and you don't say shit about you racing an XL.
Yeah, I know. I got to keep you guys on your toes. till
Oh
the end,
my
but
god, you
leave
jerk!
an impact here.
Literally,
Yeah, my buddy
we're
Chad
talking
said that.
about racing, and he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep the whole me racing a car. I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Yeah, so we're going from a flat cart when I was like 9 years old to a XL Mod. That's a hell of a jump, I think.
A little bit. Oh boy.
Yeah, my buddy's dad said, I appreciate you helping us for all these years, and gonna end up renting out a car for me. So I appreciate the Raid Lines for that.
Dang, Ryan Raidline and Company. Let's go.
Been practicing this outro for years, even though sponsors have come and gone. But I'd like to thank AB Machine. We have Value Industrial, SNS Speedways. Randy and Denise are always good to me. Chubby's Garage, and just all my employees here at SNS, all the employees at Hamlin, friends and family, of course. And I just appreciate all the things you guys do and help racing out and get the word out there about racing.
Yes, sir. And as far as All Elite Racing Series, do you have a Facebook page? Where do you keep up with that kind of action?
Yeah, you can follow that on Facebook at SNS AERS. Right now, we're just trying to get more driver profiles done. You can either see good ones like Michael Alfred and Joey Anantia, just BSing at each other, or you can see one like my dad just going, with a Hangler's sign. I kind of made something fake about it, but you know what? He likes it. It's all for the fans.
True. Man, you're racing at Grandview, man. That's so cool. Like, not only are you racing a car, you're racing at a historic racetrack, and with a lot of banking, I feel like you're just going to be hammered down.
I tried to get Greenwater Action Track just because I watched enough racing there that I was going to feel confident. Not that I haven't watched racing at Grandview, but
yeah,
I haven't watched an XL Mod go around that track once.
Oh, it probably rips. Now, is this? I feel like they don't race in there every week. Is this going to be a tour race?
Yeah, it's going to be a tour race.
Let's go, Jude.
We're going to see what happens.
I hope you guys like your points because you're not getting them that week. Let's go. Jude's coming in hot.
We'll try. We'll see if it banks off and anything else. I'd love to race a car for somebody.
Dude, yeah, show up, show out.
The idea.
Let's do it, man. Are you getting any practice sessions anywhere beforehand?
Nope, we're going right at it. I'm just going to take a couple going to go into it blind and see what happens.
Let's go. Hey, talk to Randy. See if you can get a couple laps on Hamlin at least, just to get familiarized with the car.
Well, he told me I could run Doug's car at Hamlin, I would just have to flag, announce, and do the scale at the same time. So he said you better start on the pole.
Hey, I mean, we could probably make that happen. Wink, wink.
Yeah, absolutely. We can.
Well, I mean, man, can't we just get you a couple laps on like a Friday or a Sunday or something? I'd hate to see you go to Grandview with literally zero experience in the car. I don't know. I just like, I know you're gonna do great, but like, it's nice to get a couple laps just to like kind of putt around and then work your way up to going faster and faster, instead of trying to do it when these guys are like, you know, chomping at the bit for points and stuff.
Well, I mean, if anybody's got a car out there, and I got a fat man seat, I got all my safety equipment. Give me a hop.
You got a bucket seat and everything. You're ready to rock.
Oh yeah.
Let's go, Jude. Everybody, we gotta put this on our calendars. What's the date?
It's sometime in August.
All right. Well, you let us know eventually. Anybody that goes to Hamlin, we'll talk more this year at Hamlin. But we're gonna have to get it. It must be the week that we have off at Hamlin, right? I think the 24th.
Believe it or not, it's a Friday night race at Grandview.
Really? Even
Yeah, it's
better.
Like Euros and the Legend cars, I think. So it's
so it's not like it's not like a normal night with like modifieds and all that stuff. It's just like a special race, special night.
Yep.
Let's go. All right, man. That's great.
Driver.
That's great. I can't believe you weren't even gonna tell us, but you know, I'll let that one slide.
I was gonna I wanted to say for an end to
It
make
didn't sound like you were gonna tell us.
Oh no, it was coming. Chamber.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Well, hey, one if we ever get racing in Hamlin, talk to Doug and see if you can take it for a few laps after the races or something. Even getting
I think I might have to.
Getting like 4 or 5 laps will just probably it'll change the whole perspective, I'm sure. That's cool, man. Those things look like a lot of fun. It's like a Stage 1 modified, but it's faster.
Absolutely.
They have to be pretty similar in size to the Stage 1s, I would assume. I really don't know. But regardless, that's super awesome, Jude. Proud of you. That's going to be so fun.
Well, I appreciate that.
You let us know the date, and I'll definitely try to make it down for that, for sure.
Absolutely.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming on the show, man, and talking to us about racing and your series, and apparently this humongous news that I'm super excited about now. But yeah, man, appreciate you taking the time and chatting with us. I know you're probably wishing you could go home and enjoy your Sunday night, but you're stuck at work talking to us.
Wouldn't happen any other way.
Love it, man. Well, hey, appreciate you coming on. Thanks everybody for watching, commenting, you know, engaging the video. Make sure to share it, comment on it, all that good stuff. It definitely helps out a lot. Huge thanks to our sponsors. MCM Contracting is the biggest one. Appreciate all the support. Mark Daniels, Bodie Marks Racing, the Shop Automotive Detailing, Smith Fabrication, Stage 1 Modifieds, DH Graphics, ProTech Roofing, Nate Freed Racing. Keep an eye out for Nate Freed. He's gonna be turning some heads this year in the 600. He looked pretty good at Greenwood the other week, and you know, he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be winning some races, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate everybody, and next week, not sure on the guest just yet, but we will, you know, follow the channel, and you'll see the updates this week on who we got. So appreciate Jude for coming on. Thanks Kyle again for being the best co-host, and we'll see you guys next week at 8 p.m.